All right, let's retry this intro. So, welcome to another Blitz guide. Now, I made an old one, and a lot of things have changed on my account since that, especially the way that I personally blitz. So, we're going to hop right into this. As you can see, I've already done my getting to a rank. And I have done a few battles, which means I won't be able to showcase this team. But typically, this is the team that I would start out with. Simply because before I decided to go ahead and make this video, this was my weakest team. But what I've recently done is power up a few other characters. And so they're not my weakest team anymore. At least I don't believe they are. I also have some teams that I plan on working on. So these two right here, we'll ignore them on the list. And this team is no longer valid. So basically what you'll want to do is you want to grab a team, throw it into your squad manager. Doesn't matter if they're viable right now. Go ahead and make them so you know what you need to work on, especially if you want to get really good at Blitz. So, as you can see, I don't touch this simply because of the difference in power. You want to avoid that for the most part. Because if I throw this team on right now, let's see what my opponents are going to have. Okay, so I have a 177 power Magneto, and then it jumps up to being stronger than my other two weak ones. And honestly, I might be able to take that team. Definitely not that team. That team is way too broken. Again, another one that I might be able to take, but I just don't want to risk it. So I'm not going to use my 6,000 power team. That's just not a good idea unless I want to drop tiers, which is actually a pretty good strategy. So this is now my opening team right here. They are pretty close in power. You want to keep the gap in power roughly 1,500. Personally, that's where I consider the cutoff. So your strongest character cannot be 15,000 more power than your weaker character. Now, I very clearly have broken this rule on my hand team, but that's because I am currently gearing up Hand Sentry. And he actually performed quite well, despite that. So what you want to do is you want to work from your weakest teams to your strongest teams. Build up that multiplier to get more score in the end. I'm not sure if the math agrees to just what I do, personally. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick the weakest viable team, which normally would be that. And I'm going to use... Let's see if I can get a good matchup against... It's actually a pretty winnable fight. Yeah. So, worst case, I'm just going to drop a tier right here, and we're going to see whether or not my, I guess, arrogance pays off. Bump it up to 3 times. Alright, I'm going to go after Wolverine first. Ooh, see, that burst of damage right there is dangerous to have. So take out the healer. About to lose Cable. There goes Cable. Let's... Yep. That was probably a good play right there. Gonna lose anybody, let's lose Colossus. I'm gonna go ahead and blow the charge because she usually dies pretty quick. Get off the screen notification. This. Alright. Take out Punisher. So now it's going to be a fight between Wolvie and Spider-Man. I don't think... Yeah, see, it can still be evaded even though it says it's unavoidable, which is... This is what I was afraid of. Stuns. Okay, so I managed to win, but that was just because of overpowered Wolverine. So now we've raised to 3.3. And I'm starting to get into that dangerous territory where this team's no longer viable. So now we're going to swap to our next strongest, which would be Kree. And let's see, filter through Kree mirror match. They have Cyborg instead of Noble. I'm going to go for it. Picking a good matchup is also key to doing well in Blitz. So I'm going to copy them real quick and throw up a taunt. Made them blow their heal early on. See if we can't get rid of that taunt. Go ahead and stop the healing at least. Great for the taunt. And kill their minion. Alright, I need to get rid of Ronan and quick. Alright, they're just a bit faster, which doesn't really bother me this much simply because of the power behind the Kree team. Noble really helps out this lineup. Throw up another taunt. Let's get rid of that taunt before getting a chance to do anything else. Creep. The Reaper needs to go. Heal block is insane. Ooh, he's gonna heal up a bit. Not that bad. Let's get those minions. And try to kill them. Haha. Alright, I should have called to assist, but I thought I could handle it in 2 attacks. Alright. And from there, it's just, I could actually throw it on auto. So there we go. That is Kree versus Kree. As long as the numbers are in your favor, it should be pretty easy to win. Even if they're not in your favor, if there's just a small difference, it should still be a player victory instead of AI. So now we're on tier 4, which means some of these teams might not work anymore. Next up is going to be my Shield/Avengers team, which I do plan on throwing Black Panther in place of Quake on there to make it a pure Avengers team. Not liking these at all. Do I have anybody? I do, but that 2 healer. All right, it's a better idea to go after this team. So we're going to see about taking these guys out. Let's get rid of Wolvie first, simply because he is the weak link. All right, 2 energy for War Machine. That's very good. Let's see if we can apply some slows and blow the ult early. Let's get some blinds. See if we can't extend. And it's all downhill from here for them. That. Oh, Quake goes down. Well, it had to be anybody. Glad it was Quake. Which is honestly a terrible thing to say, but in the end, it is what it is. Alright, so that's why I want to replace Quake right there. She's the weak link, and it could just be because of her power. I know Quake's a good character. It's just what we really need is an Inhuman team. So, Hive, Yo-Yo, Flint, So Quake, obviously. And another Inhuman. I'm not sure which one, but, I mean, there's quite a few to choose from. It kind of bugs me that she has an Inhuman tag, but nobody else has Inhuman that I know of. I could be missing someone. But there's not an Inhuman faction to make a team out of, which bugs me. All right, so now we're going to go Guardians. This is the team I'm liking so far. If I want to go for victory, this is more likely to win. All right, let's go with this one. I want the points. We're going to take a look at points. Point reward versus difficulty. This wins the overall goody-goody. Because if we take out Yondu, the rest of the team will fall. There we go. See if we can't stun you. Good. Right, that's what I was afraid of, but let's purge those. And see if we can't take out Mr. Wolverine. So some of these teams you'll see don't have, well, any legendary, not a single one. So they might be worth the investment if you're a newer player. Alright, let's see if we can't kill Spidey. I would have been so mad if he dodged that. Don't! Alright. And that's that. Which means we get to my dreaded defenders. Pole, I hate you. I refuse to power them up anymore just because you keep pushing it. That being said, if they get stars, I'm going to star them up. But right now, they're on the back burner in terms of gear. We're going to get more war teams, not just one super powerful team. So let's see if we can't find... Yeah. So 16,848, 1652. I could take this one. It's a mirror match, which if I take out Punisher... Yeah, I've got the numbers advantage. We're doing it. Defenders mirror match. Only because I want to show Pole that they're not the best. Just kidding, Pole. I love you. Alright, let's try to avoid hitting... Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Ouch. You, sir, are not nice. And down falls Punisher, which means you're all free gaming. I'm gonna taunt instead of throwing up Death Proof. Alright, let's take care of you. I want to get rid of that counter. Cut some shit. There we go. That's not okay. Throw the energy around so maybe I can get an extra heal. And now JJ. Now I can throw up the Death Proof. We up the counter. Throw up the heal. Oh, JJ's back to full. No bueno. Oh, this guy is the double taunt. My Luke doesn't have that. Hit him with the AoE. And... well, just to get some damage over. I could have killed him. I wasn't thinking about that. He didn't have his death proof. I thought Punisher was going down there. Alright. And now JJ? Now JJ. Throw the hill. Oh, goodbye. You know what? It seems only fitting. So that's one extra milestone achieved during the course of this video. Go ahead and claim that. once again, I'm going to show what teams I use. So general strategy, weaker to stronger in the early tiers. And once you start losing with the team, personally, I would drop them. So let's see this. What kind of matches you getting? Dangerous, very dangerous. Yeah, so they kind of dropped off in viability, which means they're not going to be used anymore. So the teams I have for Blitz, early on, we have Shield Minion, which is followed up with Low Power X-Men. I forgot about these guys. So starting, it would be Mercs, Shield Minion, Low Power X-Men, or Hand. Like I said, that's going to go up. Then we swap over to Kree. We go to Shield/Avenger. Then we go to Guardians, and then we go to Defenders. Any questions you have, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will address them as I am able. For my Alliance members, you can always contact me on Discord. Might not respond right away, because I do work a lot, but I will get to you, and I will answer to the best of my ability, and if I cannot answer, I will do research and find you an answer. That being said, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope I helped you get a little bit better at that Blitz, and maybe, just maybe, you're getting more milestones than you used to. All right, I'm wrapping this up. I got another video to make right after this one, and I will see you guys in it. Peace.